In this video, I want to show you how I find great stocks. You will have real examples, I will share my screen, and you will have a lot of value in this video. Because a lot of people ask me, how do you find good stock ideas? How do you find good ideas that will compound your wealth at 20% per year with a strong portfolio? And here is how I do it. In this video, I will show you how I do it. In case you don't know me, my name is Christophe Nour. I've been investing in the stock market for almost a decade now, and I have achieved a performance of 25% per year because I'm very selective when it comes to stock. And if you don't have the time and you want to be very efficient, I have one key website is Finchat. The website is Finchat. I'm here on Finchat, and Finchat has the best screening tool I have found. You have great alternatives, but because of the interface, the user interface, my favorite one is Finchat. It's super fast and you have easy filters. So I can show you this tab. I'm on Finchat right now. You can go to the screener here and you have some screening filters here. Let me clean everything and that's fine. Okay, now you have the filter here, wonderful. You can check the different countries you want to filter, companies, industries, exchanges, and screener criteria. This is where most of the work will be done, right? Okay. So it's very clean, very fast. By the way, if you want to use Finchat, you have a link, a discount code in the description below if you want to try it out for yourself. It's amazing. I filter by several things. For quantitative data, I use specific filters to only keep the best one. I use a high return on invested capital because what do we want? We want to invest in companies that are great. We want to invest in companies that are efficient. How do you measure efficiency? You measure it by the ROIC, return on invested capital. For each dollar that you reinvest in the business, how much dollar do you get at the end? How much dollars do you get? So having a high return on invested capital shows efficiency for this business. So you put ROIC here, return on invested capital. You have the choice between the latest data or the average 3 years, average 5 years. We will take the longest duration, so 10 years. And we want this to be above 15%. If you click on Run Screener, you will have plenty of companies. This is not selective enough. The maximum the screening tool can show you is 250, so we have reached the maximum. We have to be more selective. Okay, we use EPS, earnings per share growth. I like using earnings per share in a screener. I think it's great. So again, we click on earnings per share here, diluted earnings per share, 10-year CAGR. CAGR means compound annual growth rate. So what has been the average growth rate of earnings per share? Earnings per share is the earnings divided by the total number of shares. And most of the time, you have a correlation between earnings per share and the stock prices. And it's a good way to have a good filter screening tool. So we want this growth to be above 10%, right? So the minimum growth rate for earnings per share is 10%. And just based on these two filters, you will find efficient companies that have grown profitably in the past, for the past 10 years. And you still have plenty of results. Okay, another one is free cash flow. So let's check the free cash flow. Even better, we can check the free cash flow per share if they have it. Depending on the updates, free cash flow per share, you don't have it. Okay, let's use the free cash flow. That's fine. That's fine. We already used the earnings per share. If this is it, you have your, yeah, that's the best we have with this one. Levered or unlevered, it won't make much difference for the kind of investing I do. You can check unlevered. This one, it won't matter. Depending on the screening of the screeners you use, you will have levered or unlevered, or sometimes it will only show you free cash flow, or sometimes it will show you free cash flow per share. For what we do, this kind of first step analysis, it won't matter much, honestly. Don't waste your time on this one. And what do we have? How many results do we have? We want the unlevered free cash flow growth for the past 10 years to be above 10%. We have, again, more than 250 results. Okay, another one. Let's use low debt. Low debt, how can you check it? You want this business to be either net debt or net cash. If a company has more cash than debt or more debt than cash. Okay, very well. So this metric is called net debt. We don't have much net cash. I don't think that's available. So for net debt, how do you know what it means? If net debt is positive, it means the company has more debt than cash. So we want this ratio to be negative. It will mean that the company has more cash than debt. So we'll put minus infinity as a minimum and 0 as a maximum. So the company is net cash. Now, how many results do we get? I suppose we will still have a lot of results. Again, more than 250 results. Okay, so now that's the first step. I would not even bother to go there, but you have plenty of results over there. Okay, that's the first thing. We want revenue growth above 10%. Again, same thing. Let's take a look at another criteria, revenue 10-year CAGR. We want this to be above 10%. And you know what? I will do even better. We want the revenue to be growing 10%. Let's say we want this business to grow earnings faster than revenue. We want this business to improve over time. We want the net income to grow better than the revenue. How do we do this? We have a threshold of 10% growth for the revenue, and we will change the unlevered free cash flow, let's say 12%, and diluted EPS 12%. So earnings per share will grow faster than revenue. Let's run the screener. Let's see how many results we have. Still, we have plenty of good results. Okay, now it will change a lot of the results. Let's focus on US and Europe. I avoid countries I don't understand. I don't invest much in international markets. This is very much different. This is much more tricky to invest in international markets. So I would advise to only focus on the industries, on the countries you really understand. How do you do this? You go to countries, United States, click on this one, and Europe. So you can't put Europe here, I suppose. Yeah, obviously. So we will put a couple of countries. I'm French, so let's put France here. You have the United Kingdom. You have Germany. You have Italy. You have Switzerland. You have Spain. That you have Norway. You have Sweden. I think that's enough. You can have Portugal if you want. That's enough. You have enough good countries over there. And if you run the screener, normally we should decrease the number of stocks we have. So now we have 250 results. If I click on run screener, we have 65 results. Exactly. So now you have 65 companies that are net cash. They don't have a debt problem. They are growing their revenue. They are growing their earnings per share, growing the free cash flow, and are efficient with a ROIC above 15%. If you do this, you have a good filter. That is exactly how I go from 3,000 stocks to maybe 30 worth analyzing. You don't need a magic trick, just a clean screener and strict filters. And now let's go to step 2 of the analysis. You will have 65 companies. So you have Nvidia, Alphabet, Meta Platforms, Hermes, Adobe, Applied Materials. And if you scroll down, you will have companies that you maybe don't know, but still they are efficient. Look at this. You have many companies like this: Frontier Development, Bellington Holdings, Semler Scientific, this is a good company, Kainos Group, this is a good company. You have companies that are not famous at all. And maybe you want to invest in big companies like Adobe, Meta Platforms, Alphabet, but maybe you only want to invest in unknown companies that nobody is talking about. Okay, very well. So you want small companies. You can add another filter about market cap. The market cap of the company, the market capitalization. So you want this business to not be big. You want this business to be small. So the market cap should be roughly, $10 billion? So $10 billion maximum of market cap. And you have 48 results. Here you go. You have plenty of good companies that have shown efficiency. So maybe you are lazy and you don't want to analyze these 48 companies. And you want to increase the thresholds. You want to reduce and only keep the best companies. Very well. You, instead of having 10% growth for revenue, you put 12%. You, instead of having 12% growth for the free cash flow, you put 14. Same thing for the earnings per share, you put 14. And now, instead of having 48 companies, we have 33. That's it. You have 30 companies that fit your filters, that are great, efficient. And now there is where the real work begins, because now that's a good starting point. For each one of these companies, you have to do the due diligence on this one and ask yourself this simple question: do you understand the business model? Is this company inside your circle of competence? Do you really know what they do? Are you a customer of these companies? Alarm.com, Atos Software, Bouvet, Celavision AB, EPAM Systems. You have plenty of companies that are here, available. You just have to do the work. You have great companies. You have Qualys over there, Expel. These are great companies that have been compounding shareholders' value for many years and that here available for you to buy them. So now you do the work, qualitative work. But for the screening tool, Finchat is the best tool I've seen because this is very efficient and you can target several countries if you want. If you only want to find deals in Korea and Japan, you have plenty of deals in Korea, in Japan. This is exactly how you reduce your investment universe and you don't waste time on bad quality businesses. You only keep the best ones. And after this, you do the qualitative work on this one. I made plenty of videos about how to do the qualitative work about companies, about stocks, to only keep the remaining top 1%. And if you want more tips like this to pick great stocks, you can watch this next video on the screen.